Hey guys, what's up? Hey, G for T, surviveandthrive.tv, and we're here in sunny Southern California, getting ready for the evening. It's 8:51, and I just wanted to do a quick video about the, I believe, the viral news story. This is the full interview. The VA doctor psychiatrist exposes national gun confiscation plan, and I just kind of wanted to talk with you guys, give you a little bit about the backstory. What are some of the challenges that we've had to deal with breaking this story, and what's been happening. Pretty much, I think the beginnings of this story started with Dave in Connecticut, the veteran that was taken from his home for 4 days, drugged, guns taken by local law enforcement, no history, 50-year-old Navy veteran, no history of mental history at all. And I think that put the fear of God in a lot of veterans. And some doctors actually at the VA administration started contacting us. And over time, me and a couple other individuals were able to contact. Hold on real quick. I'm checking something because, okay, there we go. When you have a story like this that is this volatile, there's a whole host of actors that come into play and a lot of different scenarios, situations, and you have to be able to roll with the punches. We had a situation where the website was getting slammed. I think we're up to like 8,000 to 10,000 visitors today. The story is going everywhere. Steve Quayle covered this first, I believe, where someone submitted it to him, and it was on a couple other websites. Now it's just going. I mean, it's real fascinating to watch a story like this go, and you try to keep track of it as much as possible. But oh, here we go. We got James. Hey James, how are you doing today?
Hey George, how you doing? I don't know if you.
Great, brother.
I don't know if you can hear it or not, but for some reason the helicopters have been flying over here all day long. You'll hear it in just a second, circling around again.
Yeah, I've done a couple stories on this, and there is some sort of type of ramp up of local law enforcement.
You hear it? You hear it?
Of course, militarization. Oh yeah, I hear it. I hear it, man. And you know, this is all part of the broader plan of bringing the police state. So what I was doing is talking about the video that seems to be going viral, and I was going to go ahead and do a Google search and show what's happening here. Is that okay with you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and then you can just comment what you think. So here we go. There's my notification video. Here is the story right here on the front page of my website. VA doctor psychiatrist exposes national gun confiscation plan. And real quick, I wanted to go over some of the comments. On this notification video, there was a lot of comments saying that, you know, I'm a coward, that why did you make the video private? The video's been made private. And to explain it, when a news story like this, that it's so impactful and so viral, sometimes it gets hard to even break the story. So just want to let you guys know, it's not easy breaking these stories, because once you get the video and you get the story all written up, then what happens is you start getting attacked. You get attacked personally, you get attacked financially, you get attacked spiritually. All the cockroaches come out of the crevices, and the powers that be really start to put their full pressure on you, because, you know, we're just little guys. I mean, we're barely even making any money on the website right now. We're just starting. So they will do everything they can to try to crush this story before it goes public, because you can actually crush a viral news story. If you hit it hard enough at the beginning, you can cripple it. But here is, I'm going to go ahead and press search bar one more time for you, VA doctor. I just took the title of my video, put it into the Google search, and my video is coming up number 1, which is good. It's actually, this is the notification video, not the actual video. And then you can see here, Before It's News is covering it. David Icke is covering it. Tree of Liberty, they're a forum. We could actually check them out and see what they're saying at the Tree of Liberty. Be interesting. I know those guys. See what they say. Let's check the second page of Google on the full text of the story. Tell me if I'm boring the heck out of you.
No, no.
The Blaze.
I get into this stuff.
Okay. No problem. And then if you take out all the words after psychiatrist, I think Pat Dollard. No. I'll take out interview. If you take out different variations of the names, like VA doctor. There's a huge site, if I can get him, is covering it. Here you go. Look at all these forums that are covering it. Okay, let's just type in VA doctor, psychiatrist, and see what comes up. See what happens here.
Well, it appears that
nothing.
It appears that you pretty much are flooding Google right now with that interview.
Yep, you got it. You got it. And here we go. We're at the Tree of Liberty. This is a great website I love to go to. And the end is in sight for psychiatry and psychology, the non-science that will now be used to enslave us. This is a full hour-long video, and then they have a direct clip to the YouTube video. Let's see if they actually clip to the YouTube video. And the video was taken down for a while, and the entire website was taken down. And people need to understand, now it only has 1,000 views, but I think what's happening is Google is throttling the views. I think it's probably more at 10,000, but so it's hard to tell. But let me just look at some of these comments real quick. Here we go. People are just on this one forum. There is 2 pages worth of commenters. So hence I don't go to the VA anymore. I hate it when libs talk common sense about anything. Here we go. Another link. Let's see this. See what this link leads us to. See, the website was actually taken down for a while, so we're starting to copy and paste this interview, and people are downloading the video and reposting it, which is kind of crazy. I knew that happens, but some people that I work with were kind of unsure about that. Go ahead, James.
Yeah, I experienced that quite a bit with that the video that I shot that went viral. I had to do quite a few DMCA takedowns to have those videos removed.
Yeah, I don't usually do that in the first couple days. I mean, if this thing goes viral, I'm just going to let it float, and then, maybe in a couple days we might try to read it. Nope, that was a direct link to my YouTube video, so that's fine. And just giving people a little bit behind the scenes feeling of what happens when you do, things go viral. It's kind of insane. But, it's pronounced Ike, not Icky. I call David Icky instead of David Ike.
So
Sorry about that.
I kind of stumbled onto something that I'm enjoying so far in the past couple days. That has kind of helped me with my stuff that I'm going through in my head. The other night out here in front of my friend's house, I almost walked into a spider about that big, directly into my face. And it was creating a web right there under the trees in between the cars. and I almost walked right into it, and I stopped and backed up, and I watched it, and I said, you know, that would make an awesome video of that spider crawling around and spinning its web. And so I shot a minute and 30-second video of that spider creating its web, and I posted it up on my channel, and I started noticing other things, other insects and different things that were that never really intrigued me before. So in the past 2 days, I've shot 10 videos. They're all short videos, you know, like over a minute and 10 seconds, a minute and 20 seconds of just nature, of animals, of
Yeah, stay busy and stay creative, and keep pumping out those videos, man. And that's what I do too. If you look at my channel, it's not all about breaking big news stories. I mean, I do stuff on going to the beach, and I encourage everybody in America to be a citizen journalist and to be a creative, have a creative outlet. And a real easy way to do that is with your cell phone. They have great video and camera aspects, but you know, take those videos and take those pictures and upload them to YouTube and to websites so everyone can share in them. I mean, that's what that will mean, an open society and a free society.
I'm going to send you the link to the playlist that I've created of those videos, George, and I've already received responses from people about how they're enjoying watching those videos, how that those just watching one or two of those videos. This one woman I know emailed me today and said that she watched today at lunch. She watched 3 of the videos, and it was really a great break away from reality just to watch those videos. And
hey, it's a pretty scary thing what's happening, that psychiatrists are now coming out and going public with what's happening with the gun confiscation and the Obama administration.
To get doctors and people that are in positions like that to come forward is a tough thing to do. So you really accomplished something there. You know that.
Yeah, and now that the story's going viral, everyone's getting kind of scared, because with that comes a lot of ramifications and exposure. I mean, the darkness hates the light, but when you shine the light on the darkness, things have to change, because you see a lot of ugly things. And what's happening is these doctors are seeing how their actions are affecting veterans and active duty military personnel. They're seeing the havoc that they're, you know, wreaking in their lives, and now they're coming forward, and now people are seeing things from the doctor's perspective, that there are conservative doctors, and there are liberal doctors, and there are doctors of all type of political persuasions, and those that are liberal will kowtow to the Obama administration and go ahead and push forward with the gun grab and the gun confiscation. So you know, it's when you get the information out there, the light shines very brightly, and we'll see what happens. I mean, people get emotional, though. They get really, really emotional and upset. So we had a couple times today where the video got taken down but put on private. The website got crashed a couple times, and people were just getting irate. But I think we got it under control, hopefully. And it's kind of like riding a big, big wave, man. You've experienced this before with the viral video. It's like, it's hard just to keep your head above water. I mean, all the comments and everything, and it's amazing. But the only reason we can break these stories is because people support us. So I'm just going to encourage people to go to the website, surviveandthrive.tv, support us. You know, there's things you can buy on the website. You know, I don't want to be a huckster, but you know, it does help us support what we do. So.
Well, that video has only been up a day now, right?
Correct.
Yeah, that's That's what I experienced with that video that I had that went viral.
They lock the views, don't they? They lock them.
Around 302 is when it freezes, and
Yeah.
then like 4 or 5 hours later, you'll see a jump, and then it'll just continue to take large jumps. And if it's gone viral, which it appears that it has, it'll just continue to take those large
Yeah.
jumps.
What do you think? What do you think? I'm typing VA doctor into Google search, and did you see all those links?
Yeah, it seems to be all over. It's like if you go to Google and type Ferrari crash F-150, you'll see it was over 2 years ago. You'll see the all of the links where my video is at. I think that video you have is going to wind up the same way.
Yeah. Let's type in VA doctor. Something's outside my door. What is that? Okay, it's okay. Come on in. Oh, my daughter, she's freaking me out. Don't get online. I got a live show going on. What do you want to hang out in here? Oh, Mom's not in here.
Oh, okay.
It's insane, man. VA doctor, gun confiscation. Let's see what comes up. Here it is. Look. What really? Do you see that? What really happened?
Mm-hmm.
From the trenches. My YouTube video pops up before it's news. Lunatic post. Godlike Productions.
Also, something that's really helping to push YouTubers' videos now, and a lot of people are not taking advantage of it, is Google Plus. And you have, within the past couple months, have been sharing your videos on Google Plus, and it really helps because Google indexes Google Plus pretty quickly.
I've heard that. Even Godlike Productions is promoting this, and they only have one page of comments though. Let's see what's going on here. It's not catching yet there.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Okay, people are watching the video, but it right now the video is just scratching the surface. It's not. It's getting posted and reposted, but it's not going. It's not going global yet. Once one of these websites pick it up, Godlike Productions, it's huge. If they pick it up, Steve Quayle picked it up.
You do have Google Analytics set up, right? Not the analytics on YouTube, but Google Analytics.
I'm not good at that stuff.
Uh-huh.
I'm not good at that stuff. What I'm doing right now is how I get an idea. Is I just go to the search bar. Right. I don't know how to do Google Analytics.
Have you tried to search it in Yahoo yet to see if it's coming up in Yahoo?
Oh, let's try that. Now, would you recommend searching the entire name of the video, or just typing in VA doctor?
Probably the same term that you searched.
VA doctor gun confiscation?
Right.
Okay, let's try that. Let's do Yahoo.
Because those are the top number 2 search engines that you want.
Okay, here it is. Before it's news, man. They always get the front page, man. I don't know what they do before it's news. And I'm looking at their website. Look at that. They just take all the stories, man. And someone submitted to them. They got the video. They reposted some of my text in there. No comments.
We don't see it on your screen here.
Oh, what happened?
I only see the search bar.
Oh, really? Okay. Let me see what you see now.
You might need to re-screen share the browser.
Okay, how about now?
We see your Google Plus Hangout.
How about now? Do you see before it's news?
No, not yet. I still see the Google Plus Hangout.
Okay.
There it is. I see it now.
Okay, so there's like a 5-second delay. So anyways, before it's news has it, and they got a direct link to the YouTube page. They don't have a direct link to the website, and they're
Well,
the #1 search term.
yeah, the video is pretty important.
Yeah, and I didn't put it on G for T because we wanted to highlight it on the website, and we're going to find out what happens with that.
Right, and it looks like you have it posted on a brand new YouTube channel, correct? Or it's not a brand new channel, but it's...
Yeah, it's a brand new YouTube channel, not seasoned, no subscribers, nothing. We wanted wanted this story to be broken primarily from the website.
I looked at the channel, and I think you have like 70 subscribers.
Yeah, well, that wasn't the point. You know, the point was to break it through the website. Yeah, we wanted people to access the information through here, right here. Full interview, VA doctor, psychiatrist exposes national gun confiscation, right here on this page with the write-up, the background information. And, you know, I can answer any questions for people. You know, this is a thing. This doctor is shaken a little bit by the story going, but if he can hang in there, we might be able to get additional follow-ups with him, and there might be other doctors coming forward. So can you imagine if we could have an ongoing conversation with the doctors that are responsible for the National Gun Confiscation Plan? Can you imagine if I'm able to do that from my little tiny home here in Southern California? How insane is that? When you have, you know, media outlets that are worth, you know, billions of dollars that aren't even touching this story. How is that? How does that happen?
Yeah, I don't know. You know, they tend to not jump on things sometimes until it's too late, you know.
Yeah, I haven't seen this jump yet to any big websites yet, so I thought Pat Dollard covered it, and that's a pretty big website. Revolution Radio has it. Steve Quayle had it for a while. Let me see. Someone posted at Forums for Prison Planet. Someone posted on Alex Jones' Facebook. I mean, these are not big deal. Let's check Pat Dollard really quick. Have you heard of Pat Dollard?
Yeah.
I'm not into him. He's real like conservative type guy.
I don't know that much about him, but I've heard of him.
He has a big website though.
What would really be great if you had somebody like Matt Drudge pick it up.
Oh yeah, are you kidding me? Of course. Once the Drudge picks up your story, it's pretty much over.
Yeah.
So here we go, and I'm back, and we have Tommy with us. Tommy, how are you doing tonight?
Doing good. I'm excited. Some exciting news. I am officially partners with RPM Network.
Well, congratulations on your
Videos.
Congratulations. You let me know how that goes after a couple months. I'd be interested in finding out how your experience is with other networks. Right now we're talking about, and we're probably going to be on for like 10 more minutes, guys, but I'm looking at the comments section, and we're talking about the story that went viral, or is going viral, the VA doctor psychiatrist exposes national gun plan. And we are looking at the comments section, and if anybody has any questions, feel free to ask me or James or Tommy, and we'll do our best to answer. You know what I'm saying?
Now, Tommy, I know that you and your father are into weapons and shooting, and does he talk much about guns gun confiscation or anything in North Carolina, and the law enforcement wanting to come take his guns?
My opinion about that is we have a right to bear arms, and they shouldn't take our guns. They should, okay, get this. Several kids were stabbed at a high school, and so what about enforcing, they're going to start, so the fact that the kid used a knife, an X-Acto knife, to stab these kids, and so now, because of this whole incident with the shooting at the school, they wanted to enforce take our guns. Well, people, here's the fact. Put the nail to your head, because what, our government keeps tightening the rules. You know what? Soon we're going to be sucking the teat of the government teat, and we don't realize how blinded we are by this media falsely lies to us while they're trying to tuck us in bed and lie to us, and they want to take our guns away because they can do it. And there's idiots out there that want us to say, take the guns away, take the guns away. Well, here's the thing. Guns don't kill people. People kill people. You can kill somebody with this pen. Honestly, you can kill somebody with this Wii remote. You can use any device to kill somebody, but a gun is a device. If you pick it up and shoot somebody with it, you shoot them. But if you put a gun on a table, it doesn't do anything to anybody. But the fact is that the government wants to do this is because they want to control us. That's my opinion. I don't believe guns should be taken away. We should have a right to bear arms. That's what our forefathers stood up for. That's the Constitution. We have a right to bear arms. And you know what? If you have a problem with our rights and our Fifth Amendment, go over to some other country and suck their consumental private. Because here's the fact. We're America. We have a right to do what we want. And the people that bitch and moan, take our guns away. Shut up. You have a right to speak. But the fact is, we have a right to bear arms. And that's what I have to say.
It's exciting, Tommy, to see a young person get excited about the Second Amendment and gun rights, and just be excited about our rights in general. And I think maybe we are making a difference out there. Maybe we are able to change people's minds by putting out videos and doing these things. And it feels good. Right now I'm reading the comment section, and people are saying they're checking out the video. They're very excited about what can happen. Some of them are kind of joking around. They love your hair, by the way, Tommy.
Thank you. I just got done doing a broadcast, and I do a show called Tommy Talks each Sunday, and I'm gonna try to do one this Sunday. But they are saying you are a good-looking young man. That's what I'm hearing. That's what I'm inferring from some of the words. Thank you. I wish I had more people, more fans like yours on my channel, because I have a gigantic negativity wall on my channel. That's the Tommy NC 2010 channel at YouTube.com. If you care if I advertise, because
no, I don't care at all. I mean, I would love all my subscribers to go to your YouTube channel and James's channel too. I mean, please, these are both really cool guys. They're into the same things we are, and
I want to ask you viewers a question. If somebody walked into your house and they aimed a gun at you and they said, "Give me your wallet," they give me everything, what would you, where is your moment to defend yourself? If I believe if a person steps into your house you did not invite, breaks into your house, and here's the fact, our government takes our guns away, guess what happens? The criminal rate goes up, and the criminals come after us. Want to know why? Because the government took away our guns, and guess what happens? You get stuck up by somebody that does get guns from the black market, and so they have more weapons. Here's what I think, in my opinion, what the government's trying to do is they're trying to take the guns away from the criminals. But what's ends up going to happen is they're going to take our guns away from us, and the criminals are going to rise up, and they'll have knives, they'll have baseball bats, and more weapons to their material. So they'll come after us, rob our houses, and guess what? We won't have a chance to defend ourselves because our government is taking that noose and tightening around our neck, and these idiots, these liberal, I'm sorry to say this, are these liberal idiots that want to have our guns taken away. You're going to see what happens, folks. And you hired a guy that legally, basically, I could be morally president than he is because his birth certificate is not even eligible, in my opinion. And, I found out from a gentleman and some news stories I looked around. And so here's the fact. You want to take guns away? Well, you know what? You're spitting on the Second Amendment because you don't give a damn. All you want is the liberal media and the development. And honestly, some people say, well, Tommy, you just listen to your parents. You know what? I listen around. I hear what I want to hear, okay? I don't just listen to my parents. They're Republican. I'm Republican. I voted for McCain. I voted for McCain and Romney, honestly, and they lost because everybody was riding the Obama train. Everybody, oh yes, the Obama train. Sorry. But, everybody has their own opinion. But, I'm sorry. I just, when I go on rants like this, I apologize.
No, I appreciate your thoughts. What do you guys think of when you could go to the doctor and you say you're a little bit upset or you got to get pain meds because your back hurts, and all of a sudden they put you to a psychiatrist, and now that psychiatrist wants to take your guns, put you in a 5150, and then all of a sudden you're in a psycho ward for 4 days, and they're pumping your body full of drugs, truth serum, and you're just sitting there like a zombie, and you can't even go to work or go to school, and you're locked away, and you have no criminal history or mental history.
Ridiculous.
What's your thoughts about that, guys? What would you feel like if that was happening to you?
James, would you like to say something? Because I don't want to hog up the whole thing.
Well, coming from somebody who deals with depression and has ridden a roller coaster most of his life, and recently had to speak to one of those doctors who, in his office for 3 minutes, gives me a prescription for two different type of psych pills that I take for 3 days and decide that it was making me feel like I was worse than I ever was, and threw them away. Yeah, I understand what you're saying, George, because those guys are too quick to make assumptions rather than evaluations, and just give you something to push you out the door, and then whenever there is a worse situation, you don't get the proper treatment or assistance that you need, and that's where it's going to get worse, and they are going to just run you over.
Now it's a fact that they're going after the veterans, they're going after their guns, they're taking away their rights, they're taking away their properties, they're locking them away in psych wards. That's got to be scary for you guys when you go to the doctor. I mean, with this Obamacare coming down, Affordable Care Act, it's going to, if you have depression, you're not going to want to go see a doctor because you're going to be scared they're going to commit you and take away your. How would you feel if, Tommy, if they just took you and said you don't have any control, we're going to lock you up, throw you in the paddy wagon, and fill you full of drugs, and you did nothing wrong? How would you feel?
Oh, I'd be pissed, and I would be rebelling against them the whole time. I would lock myself up in my room before they tried to get me, because
then
honestly,
they call you paranoid. They call you paranoid. Then they have to take you away.
The fact is that our government wants to. It's almost like they want to. This kind of reminds me of the Matrix. Basically, what they want to do is they want to put us inside these machines and this goo and all this stuff like that. They have machines connected into the back of our heads, and we're in a virtual reality that the government creates, like for their own pleasure. And one day we're going to come detached from that, and then we're going to realize how crooked society is. And what if it's like that? What if it's like the Matrix? What if the government decides to do that, to have it where we're all in a cybernetic world, and somebody says, "Here, take the red pill or the blue pill, and you will become." If you take, what was it? The red pill, basically, you stay in reality, but the blue pill, it takes you out of the Matrix. Am I right?
Well, why aren't Americans coming together? You know, Iran Vivek said this when they are giving children as young as 3 years old 5 antipsychotic medications. We are drugging our children. We are drugging this nation, and these mass shootings are starting to it's starting to come out that a lot of the reasons why we're having these mass shootings isn't because of guns, it's because of all the people on pills. Hey, welcome A. Thatcher. Is Aaron's here from North Carolina as well. Welcome. I was only going to be on for 10 more minutes, but since you're here, we can be on for like 20. How's your feeling? How's your feeling, brother, with this psychiatric story? I don't know if you were able to check him out. It's an hour-long video. This doctor's kind of, I mean, there's a lot of people getting their cages rattled with this story coming out.
Well, it seems like prescribing medication to people is a standard procedure, whether it's antipsychotics or just about anything. That's the only thing a doctor's allowed to do or knows how to do anymore is write your prescription. You know, and going to school, everybody was on medication. Even when I was younger, all the kids, they would go to the nurse in school to get their medication because they weren't allowed to have pill bottles in school. They had to go to their nurse and get their medicine. So kids were taking Ritalin, they were taking Adderall, they were taking this, they were taking that. You know, it's there's a lot of money being made on people right now with the pharmaceutical industry and people just being sick and mentally sick or so-called mentally sick. So I think it's good business, and we're just going to see an increase of that, you know, as time goes on. You know,
I'm wondering, because I took some meds a while ago, like I'm talking 5 years ago, and I still feel like I have effects from that experience. I'm wondering if these psychotropic medications alter your brain chemistry forever, because I get I'll get like flashbacks and shit, you know, stuff that will like totally affect me that didn't affect me before. It was like the meds they give you sometimes make things 1,000 times worse. And you know, James, you're on something right now, so I mean, maybe you could comment with your experience.
No, I'm not, because I only took it for 3 days. After the 3rd day, I just felt, I mean, my jaw was clenched. I felt my heart racing. I was sweating. I started looking at things different, and I decided after all of those feelings, I said, screw this. I'm not taking that stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
if it did that to me after 3 days, what would it do after 10 days? What would it do after 2 weeks? You know, and then they want to tell you, oh, but you'll feel worse before you feel better. Wait a minute. That doesn't. If I get a headache and I take an aspirin or an Aleve, my headache doesn't get worse before it gets better. That I don't understand how taking a medication will make it worse before it's better.
Everyone needs to understand that there's going to be side effects from anything you take. And I'm telling you guys on a personal level, I mean, I'm trying to remember 4 or 5 years back, the reason I stopped taking them was like literally they start destroying your capacity to even think, because you cycle on them, you cycle off of them, and if you're not really, I don't know, you start becoming a zombie, like you become a different person. Like, you become kind of violent. You can become violent towards people, you know?
I think of
Weird.
Tylenol and everything like that. I don't even trust Tylenol, man. There's so many side effects from that. Who knows what it'll do to people 20, 30, 40 years down the road.
Well, also, gentlemen,
tell me if I need to cut my mic.
Hey, Splenda, it jacks me up, dude. I didn't know what was jacking me up. And I stopped the Splenda. The Splenda was making me wake up in the morning crying. I mean, literally from anxiety, shaking.
Right now.
And I didn't realize that. Is Splenda bad for you? Or, you know?
I think anything that doesn't come from the ground or from a plant or from nature is bad for you. Anything that people actually make, whether it's these oil-based clothes that we're wearing,
okay,
money.
nature boy, we understand what you're saying.
No, I'm dead serious, man. I don't know what
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
I mean, really, though, honestly, anything that people make is bad for you.
See you
no
later,
matter how you look
gentlemen.
at it.
Go ahead, Tom. But we have to be realistic, though, Aaron. I mean, you can't live in. Well, maybe you could live in nature, but you know, I would love to do it. But I'm talking reality here, you know.
Well, reality is we haven't really lived the way we've been living, you know, up until just recently, since the last maybe 100 years as a society. You know, things were made more by hand. Things were made more locally. People did more things. You know, people actually did things. You know, people actually produced things. You know, my grandparents, you know, they produced a lot of things. They grew food. They grew tobacco. They laid bricks. My grandfather, you know, he made things with his hands. People don't do that anymore.
Here we go. People are looking for the magic pill to cure their ills, unhappiness, instead of making changes. That is a good point, man.
Thank you.
People are looking for the instant fix. We are constantly looking for the instant fix in this country, man.
Well, I spent the whole day today. I spent 8 hours just helping out a farmer that that has 37 alpacas and needed help shearing his alpacas. And I thought to learn how to do that, or just to spend some extra time out on a farm, was worth it enough just for me to go out there and spend, you know, the little bit of extra time I had today, you know, on my day off and stuff like that. I didn't mind doing that. And he wants me to come back tomorrow too. So, you know, the guy's in the 60s, you know, can't get around so much. The neighbors kind of came over, and it was fun. We had a blast. I learned a lot from that. And, you know, I think the more that people actually start helping out each other and doing things like that, you know, that his wife, she makes hats and she makes gloves and she makes sweatshirts and blankets and scarves and everything out of alpaca wool, you know, all natural. I mean, that's cool. I mean, I think if we could focus more on stuff like that versus everything that's wrong in the world, we would start to have a better future. You know, be the change that you want to see. But you can call me nature boy or whatever you want. But
I'm just kidding about that. No, I like what you're going after, but I want to be realistic too for the majority of Americans, and most of them aren't going to be able to adopt that type of lifestyle. Most of them are stuck in jobs.
Cities.
They're in the suburbs or they're in the cities, and that, you know, that may not be realistic for a large percentage of the population, which, you know, I relate to and I'm hanging out with, and I'm trying to, you know, there has to be fixes to the situation. And right now, it sounds like you don't want to go to the doctor. I mean, I'm like worried to go to the doctor now with all the stuff that this guy told me. I am scared to death of just going to the doctor, man. I mean, why should I be scared to go to the doctor? It's ridiculous where we're headed. And I'm going to keep looking at this Obamacare, the Affordable National Care Act. Apparently, there's some. I don't want to be too negative, but there's some deep shit in here, man. There's some weird stuff in there. And
George,
you're not going to get away with it just being off the grid, dude, because you're going to have to go and see a doctor someday.
George, this is something that both you and Aaron may know about it. Buried in the Obamacare bill is the Safe Food Act. You're aware of that, right, Aaron?
Oh yeah. It's on the books. They can enforce it whenever they feel like it.
Right. Do you know about the Safe Food Act, George?
What happens with that?
Any home food production is technically not safe if it's not regulated by the USDA, and you can't sell it, you can't even consume it. And that is any food that is not licensed and regulated and approved by the FDA or the USDA to be safe.
That's ridiculous.
All food grown, your garden in your yard will be illegal. all food grown will have to go through a USDA inspected warehouse and
Yep.
to a grocery store.
The end to farmers markets, whenever they, just like the NDA, it's on the books, but they're just not technically enforcing it yet. So what are they trying to set up? But it was all those E. coli scares and all that, the contaminated food from commercial food, not from the small farmer. Nobody gets sick from growing their own food in their own backyard, but they're making it sound like that.
Well, I'm starting to buy more. I'm trying to eat healthier and trying to eat more vegetables and fruit and stuff. So
Awesome.
you know, I'm at least trying that much.
Well, that's what they want you to do, is buy them. They don't want you to grow them or get them from your neighbor or somebody that grows them and provides them for other people. They want you to have to go to a controlled grocery store and pay the higher prices because it's went through the inspection and through the warehouse and to the grocery store.
Scary.
Yeah,
So,
Pat Dollard has the video up. Just to let you guys know, like, you guys care. Pat Dollard is huge, so I'm just tripping out right now. Hey, thanks for coming on, guys. I'm just kind of tripping out because it's been really crazy. If you ever get a viral story that's like this, you get a lot of people coming out of the woodwork to attack you. It gets kind of scary. It gets real sketchy. We've had to take the video up and down a couple times.
But don't take it down. Leave it up. It's going to happen anyway.
I know, but I'm not the only one involved here, dude. I mean, I have to, like, there's a whole team of people here that I have to argue with, and people get sketchy and scared.
Well, what they have to remember is if you have the video up there and if you put it on private, the search engines automatically kick it back out.
Yeah, we had it on private for about an hour, and I was like calling and trying to get them to go, you know, get the clearance to get it back up there, and I was like, someone's going to copy and paste this anyways. It doesn't matter, you know. It's like you just got to leave it up.
Well, it loses its value in Google in the search engine once they don't see it anymore. Once it's private or taken down.
Well, the whole website crashed for about an hour, dude. So maybe we just blew this whole story, you know. Maybe, but you know, if it's the truth will come out. Sometimes it takes weeks or months, but usually viral stories, when you break them, they happen right away. It's a weird dynamic, but you have to keep the pipes clean. You know, you got to keep it open and available. Okay. Anyways, hey guys, Aaron, thanks for coming on, man. James, stay warm tonight.
Oh yeah, it's warm here. It's been hot. I tell you what, the temperature today felt like it was midsummer.
Yeah, I love it.
Burning up today.
Thanks, guys, for popping in real quick. Thank you so much.
Would you feel free to comment on the last video you did with Entrepreneurial Patriot? I just recently watched that, and
what do you want me to comment on?
Well, I know you asked him a lot of questions and stuff like that, but I mean, I don't want to keep this thing dragging on. I know you want to get off of here, but I was shocked. To be honest with you, I was shocked. I was shocked because I thought he was.
Yeah, I think what we're having is that's your problem, Aaron. That's your problem right there. Is I mean, some people. Okay, he's my friend. Okay, but there's going to be a divide. You know, there's going to be a crossing of the ways here, and the decision people are going to be making is, do they want to go this route where kind of more principled situation, and then there's another one that are going to say, you know what, screw that, I'm just going to take this road because I enjoy this and I'm going to enjoy my life. See, so and maybe there's a medium situation, but you know, I don't know. I think there's a sense of giving up. I think some people are saying, you know, like he said, the truth movement is a total failure, which is kind of a shocking thing to say. But you know, I think we all need to be realists and have reality here. And we have to understand that just because we wish things were the way they are doesn't mean that that's the way they are going to be. We have to deal with reality, and we have to sometimes give up on our ideals.
Yeah, I guess I mean I can't argue with that, but you know, it's I don't know. I guess the price on silver and gold kind of dropping as fast as it did in one day kind of makes you question things. You know, if
That doesn't make me question.
no.
I predicted when gold started going up. Think about this. What would happen if all of these people, these very wealthy people that have all this money tied up in gold and silver, what would happen if something stupid, unheard of happened? What would happen if for some crazy reason the price of gold and silver plummeted, and all these people that have all this money tied up in precious metals are sitting there going, but how could this happen? And the government is sitting there going, ha, 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 we got you now. You people had money when you really shouldn't have had it.
Here's what's going on, Aaron, is we are all trying to come together because we're able to reach out. We have a lot of the same like-minded situation. But the thing is, we are not the Borg. We are not all together. Your lifestyle, I mean, you're pursuing your dream of being out in nature, being close to your food sources, and that's probably your love in life. Thank God you have a family that will go with you and do that. Very few women will consider doing that. Then you got someone like my buddy, Entrepreneurial Patriot. You know, he maybe likes making money and starting a business and, you know, having a nice car, or I don't know what he likes to do. I mean, he likes to have money. You know, someone like me, I like to travel. I like to do videos. You know, James, I don't know what you're into. You know, I don't know what you love to do. But we aren't all the same, and I think we have kind of come together in principle, and now we're realizing that we are just going to, it's probably like we all came together to support Ron Paul, and then we kind of just busted all into minute groups. That's where I came online in the internet, is I came online with the whole Ron Paul thing, and I knew hundreds and hundreds of people that were organized all across the country. So we came together, and now we splintered apart. And I guess that's maybe like kind of what he's talking about, is this whole thing of like the silver gold community came together, is real tight, and then he gave up on it. And they're kind of like, I mean, that process kind of keeps happening over and over again, where people, this is the weird dynamic of the internet that it allows us to do. It allows us to pull together resources to support a common cause, and then we kind of get dispersed. Maybe that's the new reality, not like the idea of being a staunch Democrat and a staunch Republican, that seems like such a foreign concept to me now. I think it's like so overrated, I mean, outdated. And even the whole idea of you know, the internet's so global. It puts you in touch with so many people outside of your normal influence. So it's kind of like, it's a dynamic. It's a new dynamic, man. You know,
well,
you know what I'm saying, Aaron?
No, I do. I really enjoy listening to Entrepreneurial Patriot talk. I really, really do. And I was just kind of wanting to see what, you know. I like how he says he's basically walking the fence. He's like Neo that has been woken up and knows about the Matrix, but yet is still inside of it. But yet, I don't know.
He doesn't want to get played, and he feels that sometimes when we delve into this stuff, and dude, there are many people
we're getting
that
sold.
argue different. Yeah, it's the same thing with food and probably permaculture. There's all these different arguments on how to do things correctly. So it's like, you know, you have to find your own reality. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna go up there and talk with him and see what's going on. But I think he just thinks focusing on all this. I think what he thinks is focusing on all this crap that we focus on is negative and bad for you. And that if you really want to do something with your life, stop. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to get him on the show anymore. I don't know.
You see this
Who
right
knows?
here?
No, you got to have him back on the show, man. He's a great guy, dude.
You see this right here?
Well, I mean, he may not want to come on the show. Go ahead. What?
This is our gold of the future. Water. This is our gold of the future. Forget about
Yeah,
gold,
man.
forget about silver. This right here is gold of the future, and we don't realize it yet. Clean drinking water.
James, you're talking from a tent in Florida, pointing at a water bottle, and you're making total sense. That is fucking weird.
That's awesome, man.
Think about it.
And you know, 2 houses down, the guy driving the Hummer, you know, selling mortgage loans, flipping real estate, you know, his life is insanity. It makes no sense. But yet, he has the power, he has the control, he has the money. I think that's the issue Ren is talking about. That, you know, your ideals and ideas may make logical sense, but in reality, someone else is pushing the power buttons. And, you know, he's an alpha male type of guy, so he wants to be where the action is, you know, wherever he thinks the action may be. And I'm just putting words in his mouth. I don't know, Aaron. You know, I don't know. You talk to guys like me, I'm so far gone, dude. I'm like off the grid society-wise. You know, people shouldn't even be listening to me. You know, but yet here I am, and I'm talking on YouTube. I mean, I'm a crazy person, dude. I'm a crazy person. People shouldn't be listening to me. But
Hello.
let's knock on the tent wall. You know, I mean, if you want an easy life and a fun life, don't listen to me. I've been thinking about that a lot. Don't listen to me if you want it easy, because I'm not on the easy road. I'm on some other fucking road that's harder. So I mean, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're the same way, man. You're the same way.
I definitely didn't take the easy road, man. But I like how you said that he's not focusing on the negativity anymore, because that's almost everything that consumes everything. You know, if you can just focus on something that you can personally do to make your situation better than worrying about the price of gold and silver that we all know is controlled, you're in a better situation, even though you know what's really going on.
If you notice, I've been not focusing on the negativity that much, and my view counts are way down. So I'm willing to take the hit on my view counts because I don't believe in the negative bullshit anymore. I think the negative bullshit that's being promoted out there right now is just a total mind fuck for people. I mean, literally, it's a mind. They're jacking your mind with it. So right now, like, I'm going through an experiment with my YouTube channel where I'm just putting out what I want to put out, and I'm just seeing where the views fall. And it's weird because I'm getting, like, low view counts, but I'm getting massive subscribers. I mean, have you seen my subscribers lately? It's
No.
like over 20,000 people. It's like weird. So people come to the channel, but maybe they just don't watch the videos. I don't know.
Well, maybe it's the ones that the other 10,000 people that you're not feeding their negative aspirations, so they're just not clicking on the videos. But yet the people that are watching it are positive, you know, forward-thinking people. You know what I mean? You just don't have the trolls watching.
You have to understand why people watch the doom and the gloom. It's not always because they're negatives themselves. Sometimes they want to see you going through stress and emotion because that makes them feel better. You know, that's why we watch the soap operas, because we can say, oh, look at their shitty life. That's why Jersey Shore and that other one where the people, you know, the 3 people died in that mud thing, you know, the new one. There's
Buck
like a
Wild.
New Jersey
Buck
Wild. That's why people watch those, is so they can validate themselves. So if you're always talking about negativity and all this stuff, sometimes people just watch that so they can go, oh, hey, at least I'm not that guy.
Hey,
know?
George, a curious point for you. Tommy, who was in here, Tommy was actually on an MTV reality show.
No way. I like Tommy.
Tommy Fenton. Tommy was on a show called Made. It's an MTV reality show where they found him at his high school and they made him into a movie producer.
That's funny, man. I like this. Mark Weebix. Don't worry about who watches. If you can just make one person a difference with one person, that's amazing. Okay, guys. Well, hey, I hate dragging these things out forever, but Aaron, thanks for coming on, man. How's life doing? Are you doing good? Are you getting outdoors a lot, or what?
Oh my God! It's springtime. The trees are flowering and everything. I'm eating wild edibles out of the yard and dandelions, chickweed, and wild onions and everything. And
oh, I hate you. I hate you, man. You're so
beautiful.
lucky.
It's beautiful out here right now, man. But we needed it. While you were doing the videos where you're sitting in the sunshine, we were getting snow. So.
Oh.
It was over.
Hey, dude. You know, I was gone. I was in San Juan Capistrano for a couple days. I got a couple friends that